Good morning, everybody. So here is the beginning of our work with integers. So we're going to start off with rational numbers, opposites, and absolute value. We really just want to talk about what do those things mean. There will be parts of this lesson that are probably going to make you say, duh, I knew that. That's okay. I just want to make sure we're starting with the same basic knowledge in order to move forward. Okay? So, something to remember. Rational numbers can be positive or negative. They could be whole numbers. They could be fractions or decimals. All of those are rational numbers. Okay? The definition says that any rational number can be written as a fraction, a over b, as long as b does not equal 0, because you can't divide by 0. Okay? But let's give some real examples. 1.25, rational number. Negative 57, rational number. 1/3, rational number. Negative 0.1575, rational number. So you can see almost all the numbers we would deal with at school are rational numbers. Okay? Now, within rational numbers are some categories. Whole numbers are counting numbers, okay, these are the ones you learned in preschool. You sat on the circle and you counted 1, 2, 3, okay, you're counting numbers. And we include 0 in whole numbers. Integers, which is what we're going to focus on for the next week or two, okay, are simply positive or negative whole numbers. Okay. So we're going to deal not only with integers, things like negative 57 and positive 35, but we're also going to deal with the remaining rational numbers, negative and a decimal, positive and a fraction. Okay, we're not going to limit ourselves to just integers. Now, the next thing we're going to learn about is absolute value. It is a number's distance from 0 on a number line. And if you have any trouble with absolute value, when we're done with this, I will strongly suggest, and I have it linked in our class lessons, but you could just YouTube search it as well, the Math Antics video on absolute value. It does a really good job as well, and really explains not to overcomplicate it. Okay? So let's look at some examples. The absolute value, an absolute value symbol is just lines. Okay? So the absolute value of negative 3 is 3. If I took this number line and I made this one 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and there's negative 3. I'll use some different colors today. Notice it is 1, 2, 3 spaces from 0 on the number line. That is what absolute value means. Okay? The absolute value of 7 is 7. Because if I put 7 on our number line, okay, notice it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces from 0. Okay. Now, You will hear me in class, I'll refer to these absolute value symbol as jail bars. Okay, basically it's in a jail that you can only escape from with a positive attitude. So everything that comes out is positive. Everything. If you went in positive, you still come out positive. If you went in negative, you come out positive. Always, because it's a distance. Okay, so that's absolute value. Now we're going to talk about opposite. Okay, opposite and absolute value are not the same thing. Okay, definitely not. Opposite values create 0 when combined. Here's where you guys are probably going to say, duh. Okay, the other name for them is additive inverses. They make 0 pairs. That would be another, okay, and you might even write that in. 0 pairs. Opposite values are equal distances from 0 on a number line. So let's look at an example. -2 and 2. They're opposite. I don't think you guys would be in any way surprised by that. Therefore, -2 plus 2, or combined with 2, equals 0. Okay? 2 minus 2, it's a -2 right there. 0. So let's illustrate this. Okay? Here's 0 on our number line. -1, -2, -3, 1, 2, 3, and we could keep going, but we don't need to. Okay. Notice -2 is right here. 2 is right here. They are both, each of them are 2 units away on the number line. That's what makes them opposite. And the only reason we're really studying that is to get this idea of additive inverses that cancel each other out. It's going to become incredibly important in algebra. Okay. Now, I want you to give your try problems a chance. Try them multiple times if you need to, and I can't wait to see you in class again.